Good morning. How the devil are you? How's your weekend been so far? Well, how's your week been so far with this World Cup? Yet another weekend without football. Well, you know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's 10 a.m. So it's time for the famous Foxes Aftermath show. Get your cup of tea ready. Run by the fans, for the fans. Your opinion matters. Although there's not a lot of football at the minute, so there might not be a lot of opinion, but still, get them comments in. Come on, let's get going.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Morning all, how the devil are you? Hope you're well, I hope you're good. There's not a lot to talk about really, is there? So I'm just going to sit here in silence for the next 30 minutes and you're going to put all the chat up there. But if you get a bit fed up with me, we'll get Reedy on. So Reedy, we'll bring Reedy in. Morning Reedy, how are you been?
I'm good, how are you?
Ain't it boring with no football really to watch or talk about, isn't it? I know there's World Cup, but it's not
Yeah,
much, isn't it?
yeah, like I said to you just before we went live, that as much as there is World Cup games and like today there's going to be a Spain and Germany game, it's a bit, I don't know, it just doesn't seem the same. And like I say, we've got to wait another at least about a month's worth of days to wait for the next Leicester Premier League match. So it's a bit dry, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we've got the MK Dons on the 20th and then Newcastle on the 26th, haven't we? So it's a bit unfortunate that MK Dons is the game because they're in League One and League One and League Two have carried on playing, haven't they? So they're going to be like got a consistency playing and regular. Well, it's going to be Leicester's first game back. It's going to be a bit difficult, I think, don't you think, Reader? That first game.
I feel like it's going to be more of like a pre-season game again. It's going to be like a bit of a here's a game we can get going again, but it just depends how well we do because you never know. You could probably lose that game now. Now they're still playing and we're not. So you just don't know what the outcome will be in that game.
Just let you know, if you wonder why I keep looking that way, really, I've got the Japan-Costa Rica game on. So every so often, it keeps catching my eye. I'm not doing a watch-along, it's just on at the same time. But Chris T has said, who is the 6-foot-plus defender we are going for in January? Have you heard anything about that? The only one I've heard about, Chris, is Robin Goosens. But I don't think he's 6 foot, is he, though, Reader, is he?
No, he's a left back and he's like, I want to say under 5 foot, under 6 foot.
Under 5 foot? What, your size?
Yeah.
As we're talking about transfers, January, what do you? I want everyone to put in the comments. Who do you think we? What position do you think we need to go for? So, Reedy, come on then. What do you think we need to go for? And everyone in the comments, put down who do you think we need to go, or what positions we need to go for, Reedy, and why?
Again, like we just spoke about, we need to definitely go for a left back. Someone like Goosens will be perfect because now JG is injured. We've got Luke Thomas, and I don't think Luke Thomas is that standard we need at the moment. So I think we need a left back. Right wing, again, we always keep saying it. We keep buying wingers, and it just isn't working. We need to finally buy a winger that will keep the solid place in that squad. I think Lookman was close, but obviously wasn't enough for us to hopefully buy, or we just wasn't able to buy him anyway. And then again, like Andy Meadow says, Yori, if he does finally go in the window, then we've got to bring that kind of captain kind of sentiment, I think, because since Yori's had that captaincy spot, I think we need another player like that to come into the squad and give a bit of leadership in there. Because like I say, everyone wants a captain in midfield, so I agree.
Also, there's been reports from American journalist Ben Jacobs, so I don't know how well he knows Yuri, but he says Yuri has said his dream move would be to Arsenal. Do you think that's right? Do you think he'd be a good fit at Arsenal if he went there?
I think he'd fit. I think that'd be the sort of place he would go, but I just don't think that's completely true. I think people are trying to spread stuff knowing that he's leaving at the end of the season, so why not put a bit of a post up to kind of make a bit of like a, I don't know what the word is.
Well, there's no stories, is there? So they've got to make
No.
some interest. Oh, the Japan keeper dropped the ball then, nearly a goal. They said the choice was Liverpool, Man U, or Arsenal. But then there was also, in the report, they said Barcelona and Real Madrid are interested. And he could sign a pre-agreement because they're European teams if he wants to go to Real Madrid or Barcelona. I think I prefer him to go to the Spanish league than stay in the Premiership, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and it shows a bit more. It shows that his level is good enough for that sort of like team, because obviously they're in the top European cups every year. I want him to be in that level, so I wouldn't want him to see it going to someone like Man United and not getting top 6 at times.
Yeah.
So I'd want to see him as in the best position as he can.
Yeah, Dave said he doesn't think Yuri will get a look in at Arsenal. I think he's right there, actually. With Granit Xhaka playing back to nearly best, I don't think he'll get a look in. And then they've got that young lad. I know he's injured at the minute. What's his name? Smith Rowe. I don't think he'll much of a look in.
He will get into the side, but he'll be like a Mahrez. He won't always play. He'll be on the bench sometimes, and he'll get brought on at times. It won't be a starting centre mid every game.
Yeah, I even saw this comment as well this week. Not from Jonathan, but somewhere else in the media saying the confidence of him signing a new contract at Leicester. I'm not sure he'll sign it. If he was going to sign one, he would sign one by now. Surely, read it.
From how he's playing and how he shows on the pitch, as in like coming to the fans and putting the finger to the badge and whatnot. I honestly think he could, but I don't know how close he is to going. Why would he? So I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Steve Shepherd says, I don't know what we need. Depends on who leaves in January. We think we need to strengthen in general. So what Steve's saying there is he would buy like for like. I don't think that's right. Yes, I agree we need to strengthen the positions that if people do go, but I think we need to strengthen in all-round positions. Like even if Yuri goes, we still need to buy a centre half and a left back. I think because I know you don't like Johnny Evans that much. I prefer a Marty and Wout Fez in that position at the minute. You
can't not change that. And from what I saw against, was it Portugal?
Yeah,
I think Ghana played Portugal last, and he didn't look that bad. He stopped a lot of balls. He didn't do too much bad. Yes, this Portugal scored a few goals, but you can't really help that. Not when you've not got someone like Faze in the back line with you. So I honestly think Amati is growing into more being a confident centre back. So, and it's even better that he's playing in this World Cup now to give a bit more game time before he gets back into the Leicester team.
Yeah, Andy Meadows says, I actually agree with this. It looks like he's playing for a move because when he first came here, he had 6 months on loan and it was absolutely fantastic, weren't it? And he looked like a world beater and he was playing for a move. And then he's been good, but wasn't as good as when he was here first time as the loan. So I sort of agree with Andy Meadows there that he looks like he's trying to play for a move.
I don't know, because before this little spell he's had now, he was awful. So why turn up in the last 2 months? I just feel like you can't be that bad and then turn to be that good in an instant. You just,
yeah.
I don't know.
The January window. He's a free transfer now, isn't it? So he could go for anybody.
He is, but
he could make his debut against MK Dons, couldn't he?
He could, but I don't think we'll have him.
Oh, Reedy's gone, or have I gone?
You've gone.
No, I'm here. I'm back. He was subbed at half time in the Belgium's last. Yes, he was. Was he injured or was it tactical that?
Who?
Tillemans was subbed at half
I
time.
think that was tactical. I think there was certain issues that he just wasn't doing his job in. I think.
Jonathan Powell says January window is for the needy and the greedy. It is, isn't it? Because everyone's trying to everyone wants to change the squads and inflated prices and stuff like that. It's hard work getting the.
It is for most, but for someone like us, who we only signed 2 people in the summer, this is our time to, like, I don't know what the word is again. Like, you didn't do anything before, so now it's your chance to do it now because we've got the money again now. Apparently, we've got to use it. We've got to use it.
Yeah, well, we've borrowed money on Fofana's payment, haven't we? That's what we've done. So we have got money. And Dennis Pratt, somebody put a comment in there. I can't sure who it was. I think it was Chris Tidd put it in about Dennis Pratt could go for about 6 or 7. I like Dennis Pratt. I like a bit of DP in the middle of the park. I think he's a great player. But he's just, I don't know why Brendan doesn't like him to play there.
We've just got too many midfielders. Like you say, you've got Yori, you've got Pratt, you've got Ndidi, you've got Sumare, you've got Mendy, you've got too many. And yeah, I just don't think if Tillemans does go, maybe he does stay. But then again, does Pratt go in this window coming up? So he's got no chance of staying anyway. I don't know.
Like Chris says, we need a left back on loan. Yeah, maybe do what we did with Yuri when he gets it. Get him on loan with an option to buy. I think that'd be a good idea. Right winger has always been a dream. It's always been a dream since a certain Mr. Mahrez left, hasn't it? I think we're being a little bit harsh on Yuri. I think being the captain has inspired him. I'm not being harsh on him. I don't think, we read him. It's just, I think it's true, though, that he has improved since he's had the captain's armband. Mm-hmm. But why does it need to have the captain's armband to improve your standards?
Maybe you're giving him a bit more of a
responsibility.
Responsibility and respect on him. It's like beforehand, he was probably felt like he was a bit of just an okay player, and he was just a part of a bad team because of the first 7 games. It was awful. Then you get given the captaincy. I don't know when. I think it was like the Spurs game again. From there, and it just feels like he's got a bit of he's been given a bit of respect on it. So you never know.
Yeah. Just before we talk about James Maddison a bit, the World Cup will put certain players in the shop window. Do you think that there's any players that Leicester will sign from the World Cup this year? In January, sorry, I mean. Anybody out there in the comments? Is there any player that stood out that you think, yes, we should go for him?
I don't know. I don't think World Cup will change much. I think if we had people in mind, we would keep them in mind before the World Cup even kicked off. But like I say, someone like Goossens, you would, if he's in the World Cup squad for Germany, I'm not too sure, but if he's in there, then you'd obviously keep an eye on him and see what he can be like. But
I'm not sure he made the squad, actually, because he wasn't playing. It was a bit like Dennis Pratt. He made his move. I think he went to Inter Milan, I think. And he hasn't played much game time there this year. I think that's what's lost him his place.
We'll have a quick look now.
In the German World Cup side, a bit like Dennis Pratt. But then you've got like Kasper Schmeichel in the Denmark team that's hardly played for Nice, but he still made it into the Denmark team. But you couldn't really drop Kasper Schmeichel from the Danish team, could you? That'd be a travesty.
No, right. So let me have a quick look. No, he's not in there.
No. I think he missed out because of his lack of game time. Andy Meadows, let's be serious. Mbappe, blimey. You'd have to sell the whole squad. It would be 11 against 1 to get Mbappe here with the amount of wages, wouldn't you? Would you sell Maddison? Jonathan Powell said, would you sell Maddison for 80 million? 80 million comes under the greedy. Would you sell him? If Newcastle came in with an absolutely stupid bid, which Newcastle won with the team, I think, at 80 million, would that be enough to prize Maddison away?
I think it would be, yes. But I just feel like he's going to sign a new contract. I don't know. I have a feeling like from what I see at games every single week, the day I think it was a Spurs game where we were in it for most of the game, and then within 20 minutes we were 6-2 for 6-3 down, and you saw it in his face. He just looked distraught, and it's like, what else can I do? And I want to be there, but he can't help it. So I honestly feel like he wants to be here. It's just if someone big comes in with the money, maybe the money will talk. I don't know.
Craig Pearson, the Fulham left back from the USA, looked very good. Isn't that Tim Reams, or was that the centre half, Tim Reams?
No, the left back is Robinson.
That's it, yeah. Yeah. I remember him, but really, where did you watch the England game?
At home.
I bet you're glad you were at home and not out in a boozer, because it'd have been disappointing sitting there watching that shower, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was awful.
Because I was out watching it, and I wish I'd stayed at home watching it. I could have turned the bloody thing off.
And you didn't even have your England top on?
No, I didn't have my England top on this time. No, I didn't. So I thought, no. It was a bit cold and wet here Friday night, so I thought, I've got to keep warm. It was a bit cold here for once. Makes a change. But yeah, Madison, Bill Evans is about, I think that's about the 80 million for Madison. Talking of Madders, he's back training with the England squad. He's had a bit of trouble with his knee. He's been training on his own, bit of physio here, there, whatever, however they do it nowadays. What do you think's his chances of starting, or maybe even coming on? What do you think to Madison being in the England squad full stop, and will he get a game?
Well, from the way we've been playing, he deserves to be put into the next game, because that Mount's been awful. People saying put Foden in, or even Grealish. I can't stand the guy, but I don't get why none of them are getting a start, because Mount, the last 2 games, has been awful. And Madison, I've said he's probably the best midfielder England have got, and now he's back fit. He has to start this last game in the group.
You would have thought so.
I want him to get in that team and absolutely smash the world on fire to show that he deserves to be in that first lineup. He has to be.
Just changing the subject slightly. Danny Ward in for the Wales game. I bet he keeps a clean sheet. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me.
If Madison's in that team, if Madison's not in that team, as much as I want England to win, that'll be hilarious.
It would be, wouldn't it? It would be. It would actually be hilarious. So I thought Japan were going to score then for a minute, but no, they're not. But Danny Ward, did you see it, or were you at work, or were you allowed to watch it?
I just wasn't watching it. I was at home, but I just wasn't watching it.
I mean, you put in the chat, he's got a chance to shine. I didn't realise it was 4 minutes from the end. I thought it was, when I saw the comments, I didn't realise what time it was. You know what my timekeeping's like sometimes. I didn't realise it was 4 minutes to go, and then to lose 2-0. I couldn't believe when I saw the scoreline, and he let 2 in. But I've seen the goals though, and I don't think Danny Ward stood a cat and hell's chance of getting any of them.
I need to have a look back, but apparently they were just unstoppable. And apparently, second goal was actually like a worldie, I think. So,
well, it sort of lobbed him. He lobbed him over him from a tight angle. But I think all the Wales fans and players, the heads were down, and they knew what was coming. Andy Meadows, Southgate hasn't got a clue. Yeah, I think a lot of people know that. Steve Shepherd's saying he only took. I think he's on about Madders. He only took Madders because of the media pressure. Southgate won't play him. Suits us fresh. Yeah, it does. It suits us. If he doesn't play, it's fine by me. I want to see Madders in an England shirt in a World Cup game. That'd be absolutely fantastic. I've seen Danny Ward this year in an England shirt, Wales shirt. Amati, Papi Mendy, Castagna, Tillemans. Haven't seen Wout Fez yet. I'm surprised he wasn't playing, actually. One of the best defenders in the Premier League for that 6-week period, and he's not in the Belgium team. But I want to see Madders and see what he can do in an England shirt on the international stage. It'll be absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it?
Like I said, if I want to see him go into that lineup and actually absolutely smash it, because he deserves to be in that squad. And the amount, as much bias as you'd say that I'm saying about him, he is on stats the best England midfielder we've got. Yeah. Why are you not giving the last chance in the last group stage?
Like Mr. Sixer to Craig Indry says, Madison was exactly what we needed against the USA. I mean, I know he was injured. Yes, fair enough. Yeah, we all know he was injured, but he was that kind of player. Even Phil Foden, it was that kind of player we needed. That the one that goes forward and attacks. Doesn't have to forget the defending side of the game. Forget that. The defenders do the defending, the attackers do the attacking. I mean, Harry Kane. Oh, God, Harry Kane, read it. One shot in 180 minutes of football in 3 games.
as much as Harry Kane is that kind of the best English striker we've got, I'm sorry. Much to be fair, I know Vardy can't go, but someone a completely different style to Kane, who's fast on the ball. Someone maybe like what's his name? The guy who went with him, Wilson.
Callum Wilson. I'd love Callum Wilson to play.
Or even
centre forward, pal.
Or even who else? Who's the other English player that is doing well at the moment? I don't know what player it is now.
Rashford.
No, the one who didn't go.
The strikers.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who it was now. Oh, sorry, I can't. We can't take him anyway, can we? I'm sorry. Tony, I was going to say Tony. But
Even Tony, no, you can't. He's not allowed at the minute, is he?
I was going to say someone like him, a completely different style, a bit more faster on the ball. That's what we kind of need. But again, as much as I would back Southgate, I don't think you'd ever put that sort of player in there because he doesn't trust them.
Yeah, even Andy Madison's got Calvin Lewis would have been something different, something to launch the ball up, but they just don't like playing old-fashioned football, a 4-4-2. Everyone knows I like a bit of old school. They just don't play the old-fashioned football. Craig has just said then, where is it? Kane's been dropping too deep. We need an out-and-out striker. Yes, we need an out-and-out striker. Sterling and Bellingham were awful in the US for the USA game. Yes, to be honest, it was like watching Leicester play. Side, back, side, back. No penetration, get to the final third and decide to play it backwards. It was hard work. It really was hard work, wasn't it?
There's just nothing creative. And again, there's your reason. You need someone more creative in that midfield. And even if it is Foden or Grealish that game because Madison wasn't fit, put him in. You don't just let. I think I saw someone's tweet saying that how did Mount stay on that pitch the full 90 minutes? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Mark Lowe, evening lads from down under. Loving my England team. Shouldn't have drawn with the USA. But let's see if the Aussies can knock out Denmark. Oh, so he's got a lot of split loyalties there, hasn't he? What time kickoff was it for you in Australia? Because it was 7 o'clock in the UK, 8 o'clock here on Friday night. So what time Saturday morning was it kickoff for you in there? Was it, I don't know, it must be, I don't know, is it 12 hours difference? I think it is. It might have been first thing in the morning. But Chris Leonard has gone for Tammy Abrahams. Yes, I think Tammy Abrahams should have been given a chance. But
he's not been great in the KCUA, but he's been all right. And again, it's just a completely different style to what we've got. But again, Southgate is only put in the main man in Kane.
Yeah. 2 a.m. he had to get up to watch that. Oh, because Qatar's from halfway from here to Australia, isn't it? So, yeah, it wouldn't have been too bad. But it's still early, though, isn't it? 2 a.m. Would you get up to watch England 2 a.m. in the morning?
That's late, not early.
That's early. That's an early
late.
Kickoff, that is.
That's late for me.
Yeah. So you don't like staying up late, and you don't like hot weather, so you never go on holiday then.
No.
Morning, Dave. Better late than never. The pre-show. Oh, right. Okay, then. So, Reedy, I'm not sure what else we can talk about really now. I mean, just briefly, what do you think of the performances from the Leicester players that have been there so far? I mean, we've seen 5 out of the 7 all have had minutes on the pitch. The only 2 is Wout and Madison that haven't had a minute on the pitch yet. So what do you think, really? Is it?
I've not seen too much of the players, but again, for me, it's all about getting game time. And the more game time that players that we normally start in the Premier League are playing and keep constantly playing in a game, the better it is for us, because we want them to come back and not been having a few weeks off and have them actually keep playing. And yes, they might get knocked out in the group stage, so they won't play for at least another month, but at least they're getting more game time in them than there would be anyway. So for me, it's all about making sure they get starts. And someone like Wout Faes, what has he got to do to get in that Belgium side? I'm not too sure. There's two really old players in that back line in Alderweireld and Vertonghen, I think, still. So you need someone young and fast there. So why not have him in? And then again, Maddison, why isn't he getting in squad?
Well, yeah. Here's one for you. I totally forgot all about it. I'd read about it yesterday. The FA Cup, really, this weekend. The draw's on Monday night. The FA Cup, we're in the hat. Ball number 20. Yeah, it's the third round. It's a third round draw, which is normally the first weekend in January, if I remember rightly.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's Monday night, 7:30. You know what BBC One are like. They mess about and the FA mess about, and they do a load of waffling on like we're doing now. But yeah, the FA Cup, Newport are still in it. You want Newport at home again?
No. I didn't go to it, so.
You didn't go to it. I did. I travelled over specially, and you bombed me out.
Yeah, you didn't go to West Ham away.
But I was travelling that day. I was travelling back home.
Could have stayed an extra day.
Oh, yeah, it was bad enough trying to get home. Changing the subject a little, are we likely to lose? We sort of had a bit of a conversation you must have just missed it, Craig. We were sort of on about Tillemans going, weren't we? Maybe Tillemans and Pratt.
We were saying it.
Other than them two, do you think we'd lose anybody else? I think so.
Yes. I think there'll be a few that have gone this window because I think we're going to lose him entirely, I think, by the end of the season anyway. Someone like Perez, he'll be gone by the end of the season. I think Sionchu will be gone by the end of the season. So this is where we now need to grab at least, 10, 15 mil for each player and just hopefully...
I'm not 100% sure, but doesn't Perez's contract end this year as well as Sionchu's? Or has Perez got one more year?
I think Perez has got the last contract this year, I think.
Steve's got his Liverpool tickets away. Do you know Steve Reader?
If I saw him, probably.
Steve, when you're at Liverpool, look for Reader. He'll be there with a blue shirt in the crowd somewhere. You going Liverpool away?
Of course I am, yeah.
Just making sure. So if you get some strange bloke coming up to you, Reader, it's Steve Shepherd. Okay. Derek, see, on YouTube. What about Colo Torre becoming... Has he actually gone yet? Or is he still at
I don't think he's... Well, he said good luck to him, so maybe he's gone. I don't know. I would have thought we've heard more about it.
I mean, you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? He's been with Brent 5 years now at Celtic in here. I don't know. I would say good luck to him, and he's got to start somewhere. But what he's actually done while he's been here, we all thought he was going to be the tactical genius in the back for the defence, and it just went a bit wrong for him here, didn't it?
I think it's more... I wouldn't say it's gone wrong for him. Obviously, Rodgers brought him with him, so it's more the point of what could he do, and he wasn't good enough for the Premier League, I guess. So that's why we brought in a set-piece coach, and I think that's helped the defending as well. So realistically, it's probably is time for him to go. Yeah,
Chris has just said most contracts are up in June. I think there's about 8 or 9, isn't there? There's a lot,
and that's why you have to get rid of the players in Jan instead of having them to go on free in the summer window.
Me and Reedy were talking about this before, weren't we, lad? MK Dons tickets are on set. When are the MK Dons? We can't find out anything yet, can we? We had a look at the website.
Not even on the window. No, it's not even on the...
We knew that question would come up about the MK Dons tickets. But no, they're not on sale yet. Derek has said 3.5-year contract at Wigan for Colo. I haven't seen anything on the website, to be honest, Reed. There's nothing on there yet, is there? If it's assistant manager who's going to go, then surely there'd be on the website. But there's been nothing on. It's all rumours at the minute and talk and stuff like that. So,
well, I just searched it, and BBC have said Colo Torre expected to be named the new manager 3 days ago. So
yeah. Mr. Six Hitter has put, it's a shame Denmark didn't select Vestergaard. He could have dealt with Mbappe's pace. I think that's been just a tad sarcastic there from Craig. Just a tad. You should be backing him up there, Reed. You're not laughing at that comment.
Well, you can't really not agree with that. Mbappe is going to absolutely run him riot.
Losing a coach like Colo is not great, but as Reedy has mentioned, we have made movements in the backroom staff. Yeah, that Lars Knutsford or something like that. Yeah, I think he's coming as a set piece coach, but I think he's made a huge difference. Just giving that bit of confidence. So I don't think we'll miss him as much as what everyone's making out. Just the third round. Oh, Andy has just said, I'm sure email I'm sure email from let's said today for the MK tickets.
Maybe.
Just very quickly, Reedy, we've just talked about the FA Cup draw. Is there any game that you'd love to go to, like a ground you haven't been? Or
have a quick
you want a
look
lower league? I know what you're like with teams. You'd rather go away and play someone like Liverpool and beat them than have someone like Newport at home.
No, I'd still go. Like I went to a lot of the. Like, I did go to Newport away that year. I've been to the Luton away before they changed stadium. I think.
No, Luton haven't changed stadium. They're still
well, there was. Oh, sorry, Brentford. That was it. Brentford before they came up and whatnot. They had an old stadium. So I've been to a few lower league games.
Oh, you went to the cup game at the old stadium?
Yeah.
When Nacho scored.
Yeah, that Dennis Pratt ball, I think.
Oh, that's. I mean, Dennis Pratt. He just picked out Justin, didn't he? And then Justin put it across. Absolutely fantastic. So come on then, everyone. The FA Cup draws on Monday. Who do people fancy? I know there's still a few ifs and buts, but unfortunately, Colville Town got knocked out. Old Church got knocked out. So some of the lower league teams, like the non-league teams, are gone. I know Wrexham is still in the draw. I think they won yesterday. I wouldn't mind Wrexham. And then we can go and see Ryan Reynolds and whatever his mate is. I can't remember his name's out the other bloke.
Where is Wrexham?
Wales.
Oh, God.
You didn't know Wrexham was in Wales?
No, I don't know. I'm not too sure where some of the lower league teams are. I just didn't know.
Sorry, Reedy. Hold on a minute. You didn't know that Wrexham was in Wales?
No.
You are having that. Sure. Oh, Reedy.
What? I didn't know. It's like, I don't know. I'm not too sure geographically where a lot of teams are. Where's Forest Green? I don't know.
Down south.
There you go then. I didn't know
London way-ish.
I didn't know that.
I'd love to visit Hillsborough Memories of '97. Yes, I was there. It was a bit nerve-wracking game until Stevie Claridge came up with a goal. Accrington at home for me. They're all laughing at you, Craig. Oh, Craig, don't be late on Tuesday, please. It's all right. Craig's doing a job for me, so that's right. Hot and sunny Burnley in January. Wrexham, here, a bit of history for you. Wrexham, Paul Mullen and Ollie Palmer, brilliant players. Never heard of them. Never heard. Dave Falstead has told you where it is. South London is Forest Green. They're the most eco-friendly team in the world, they are.
Yeah, I'm having a look through the teams now, and there's not too many that I'm like looking at and thinking, no, that'd be a nice game to go to. But then again, there's a lot of teams coming in at this round, isn't there? So I don't know who's.
Well, you've got the Premiership and the Championship games, Premiership and Championship teams coming in.
I'd like to take a Championship side because it's like a mid-level between Premier League and a lower league side. So I'd probably take a Championship side.
I'd like to get at least 3 League One clubs in a row. Mm-hmm. In the 3rd round, 4th round, and 5th round, all at home, and then with quids in.
No, I don't want to go to Stoke. I've already been there many times, and Dave
was wrong. It's not South London. It's in Bristol way. Other people have,
Bristol.
Yeah, Forest Green, the vegan club. No meat pies at that ground.
Oh, it's fine.
But you're not a vegan, are you, Reader?
No, I don't like pies.
Oh, you can't beat pie at half time.
No, it's called a hot dog, mate.
Hot dog?
Hot dog at half time.
That's just like a bit of bread and a sausage in the middle of it. That's all it is.
It's fine. Yeah, but don't you think you get nothing in the pie? It's just all pastry. It's horrible.
No, it's not. You've got meat pie, the meat and onion and meat and tatty and the Balti pie. Absolutely fantastic. They don't do the Balti pie anymore. But they used to. They were fantastic at half time. You can't beat it.
No.
You haven't lived. Have a pie at half time.
I'm all right, thanks.
Can't get a hot dog. What do you mean you can't? Can't you get hot dogs?
Here's one for you. Guess what I have at half time?
Like Forest.
Guess what I have at half time?
A pea and a fag.
A Bovril.
Bovril? Didn't even know you'd be old enough to have a Bovril. Know what Bovril is?
I have a Bovril at half time. Keep me warm.
I bet you have it in a flash, don't you, as well?
No,
make it.
No.
LCFC, warm pipes, cold beers, LCFC. Don't sell meat, so if we get Forest Green, you can't even have an hot dog, pal. Unless it's a corn hot dog, or what's it, tofu, whatever it is.
Oh,
Hartlepool away. Would you go Hartlepool away, Reedy?
I would, but I don't know where it is.
Newcastle way.
Oh, I don't mind that. Been
Newcastle,
there.
Sunderland, Darlington, Hartlepool, Carlisle, all up in that same neck of the woods.
I'll go there. It's not that bad to get to Newcastle, so.
You know what I'm going to get you for Christmas, Reedy? I've just thought what we can get you for Christmas.
Go on then.
Map of the UK.
Do it. I'll put it
on your bedroom wall, and you can put flags in it everywhere you've been.
You can do that. There's one way you can scratch little areas off. So get me one of them.
Let's all get Reedy an atlas or a map of the UK so he knows where everything is. Because I can't believe Reedy did not know where Wrexham was. I'm really surprised. Reedy, I think we've covered everything we can cover today, pal.
Yeah.
So we're going to call it quits there, and I'll be back next week. If there's anything to talk about, anything interesting to talk about, you never know, do you? You never know, something might happen. We might sign. No, you can't sign pre-contracts until the 1st of January, can you? So,
well, you never know if Madison will start a game by the time you come back here. So. Could
be. That's on Tuesday, and then I think the next game, if we get through, is either Friday or Sunday. I'm not sure which one it is.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we've just got to beat Wales. Well, to be honest, we're nearly qualified, though, haven't we? Because we've only got to not lose by more than 4, and we're qualified, aren't we?
Yes, I'm just looking at that comment.
You are?
I was just looking at this Andy Sheba comment.
Reedy only goes in his bedroom. Reedy only goes his bedroom, KP, and wherever the away coach goes.
True.
Wrexham, Kevin Russell, Rooster Russell. What a player he was.
Yeah, definitely.
You better check your history books about that.
I will.
Right then, really, because Kevin Russell, all the older fans, even Phil loves a bit of Kevin Russell. He knows about Rooster Russell. Reedy, we shall see you later, pal. Be good.
Bye-bye.
Be good. Cheers for joining. I know we've been waffling on a bit, but there's not an awful lot to talk about. Even the Japan-Costa Rica game is still 0-0 after 37 minutes. So I couldn't even give you any information about that, to be honest. But it's been great having you on. I'll be back next Sunday. So please like and share this video. Make sure you watch. Make sure you watch it. Come back next week. We might have something more to talk about. You never know. But it's so far for me, it's ciao, ciao, adios, goodbye. Top of the morning to you. See you later, all.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.